Yo, what's going on, guys? SamuxPlays here, and today we're going to be kind of going over a review of the dev live stream. The point is just to kind of give you guys the TLDR. It was a 2 hour live stream. We saw a bunch of information about the September 4th update, so I am just going to quickly run through it, show you the highlights. This update actually looks really good. There are some quality of life changes, as well as we're going to take a look at the lounge, and then at the end of the video we'll watch the Ultimate Luna trailer, which was pretty neat, as well as some new trigger modules and things like that. It was a long dev stream, so if you want to watch the full, I believe it's almost like 3 hours. If you want to watch the full thing, I'll leave the link in the description. But other than that, this update is looking really good. I've already kind of gone over my thoughts on Season 3 in my last video with Axiom, so I would say that this update is more hype than last one because it has all the good stuff, right? It has Ultimate Luna, which everybody was excited for. It has the lounge, which everybody wanted, right? And we'll go ahead and look at it, and I'll kind of just quickly give my thoughts on it because I do think there are some things to talk about, but let's just go ahead and jump into it, and I'll kind of give you a rundown as we go. But it does look damn good. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so the first thing they showed off is going to be this lounge. So this is basically the preview, and as you can see here, you just kind of zone into it, and you can customize it to kind of your liking. Like, you can change the weather. You do that by talking to guide, and then that's where you're going to be putting your descendants over there. So as you can see here, after you talk to guide, you can select like the kind of atmosphere that you want to going on. Like if you want it raining and evening, they kind of show off that, right? So it kind of changes the background over here, as you can see right there. And as I said, this is where you're just basically going to select like who you want, and you can place descendants on the couch, right? So he's selecting like Lepic here, changes to Kyle. It's just customization stuff. It looks pretty good. So this is going to be like kind of like the final product that they were showing off. So you can put your fellow there, you can put all the descendants there, and kind of just make it your own little chill spot and just kind of throw whoever you want, right? So they didn't really show off if like you can actually like interact with them. I mean, they do stuff like wave at you and things like that, but they didn't really show if like they have like unique voice lines or anything like that. So I'm assuming they don't, because I feel like if that was in the game, then they would have kind of showed it off. But basically there's just going to be a lot of customization stuff you can put on like your wall. So like as you can see over here, they placed a bunch of stuff on the wall, right? And then they also have like ones for your weapon skins as well. So basically it's just a big customization area. All right, so this is also one of the new features they have. It's like figurines. So on the top left corner, you'll see that there's like figures. You're going to be able to earn these through a new vendor via just playing the game, like running 400% dungeons, Sigma sector, things like that. They will give you coins, and then you can purchase it from the lounge vendor, and that's going to let you just kind of unlock these. And they are like random of what you get, I believe. When they showed it, I'll show it here in a second, but it had like 2% drop rates for the legendaries and things like that. So but you can basically set figurines and just customize it like this. So as you can see here, they have all the ladies too, right? So like on the left side, they have all the ones like in their swimsuits, stuff like that. So there are a lot of figurines to choose from. Of course, as you can see, they're all legendary. As I said, I think these have a 2% drop rate. I don't know how it works yet. I don't know if it's going to be kind of like a gacha where you just like open a random relic. That's probably how it'll work. And then you might get it, you might not, I don't know. But overall, it's cool to give us more customization options. It looks pretty good. And then we also have like the Pool Paradise one, as you can see here. And then you see there's like Bunny, like, it's kind of small, but you see her over there on the right side. Overall, looking pretty good. All right, so this is where we go into like our actual room, and then you can see there's like a descendant waiting for you. I don't know how this is going to work. You probably just can select like whatever you want to select. However, I don't think there's going to be like romanceable options because they didn't mention it, which is kind of strange. I feel like that's like definitely something that they should add, right? But they do, they'll lay down, sit up. You can also like change their poses and stuff like that. But there's no like dialogue, which is kind of weird, but I guess it makes sense because you would have to get all new voice lines for each descendant that pertain to the lounge. So maybe it'll come in a later update. For right now though, it only looks like you can just like kind of change their pose and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they definitely should add like romanceable options and unique like voice lines. I feel like that's just like a no-brainer, right? In other games you play, it's kind of like that, right? You can kind of select which character you want to romance, and then you like build up their rank, and then you have like a special cutscene and some dialogue after you start dating them, you know, stuff like that. So hopefully that gets added in the future. It does kind of look like just poses for now, so as you can see here, like you can make them do different things. But yeah, it looks like no dialogue, or at least if there is, they didn't show it, which I feel like they would have if there was, right? So, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't show it. And then also, this is, you know, as I said, you can select your Descendant. This is going to be the new lounge skin as well. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Like, I think the whole thing looks pretty good. I just hope they do update it as time goes on to where it's a little bit more, like, interactive. But for what this is, like for it being its first iteration, I think it does look really, really good. So hopefully as time goes on, we'll have like more and more stuff to do in the lounge. And hopefully I'm hoping we'll have like some sort of system in place where you can like rank them up the more you interact with them. And, you know, it kind of like unlocks some unique interactions and stuff like that. I feel like that would be really cool, just like how other games do it. But maybe they just haven't had the time to do that yet, but it does look really good. I'm excited for the lounge for sure. All right, so as I said earlier, this is going to be a new vendor. This is where you're going to exchange to get your collectibles. So as you can see here, right, you're going to be getting these collectible coins, and then you can trade them in for, you know, he's just like a vendor, right? Yeah, and then here we go. So this is what I was talking about earlier. It looks like it's going to be kind of like a gacha, right? So like you select a box and then you just get a random like figurine, right? See right here the drop rates. So like, you know, Bunny S Classic 1, 2.1% drop rate, right? So yeah, I think it's just gonna be random on which one you pick. You're gonna keep using your currency, and it'll be RNG, of which like relic or figurine rather that you get. Yeah, and then these are going to be like the drop rates. They all have like different drop rates, right? So there's a lot of stuff to collect for sure. I don't know how long it'll take. If I had to guess, it won't take that long to get them all, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, overall, it's just kind of like a cool addition to the game, right? Like, there's nothing like insane here, like to the point to where it's like, oh, like that's crazy, right? Like, it does look good though. I think it'll be way better once they like improve upon it. As I said, like add some cool stuff to it. Right now it does look a little bare bones, but that being said, even though it is a little bare bones, it does look really good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see where this goes in like, you know, a year or something. There's just so many characters, so if they were to add like unique voice lines, it would probably take a lot of work. But you know, it'd be kind of weird if they added like a romance system and they just like didn't talk, right? Like I feel like that would just, there's no point. So I feel like since this is the first iteration, this is like more than acceptable for what we're getting, right? I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, man, I really wanted a romance. I mean, everybody did, bro, but it is what it is. Let's be happy with what we got. It does look pretty good for its first iteration. So, all right. So then they revealed Ultimate Luna. So yeah, we got a new story quest, as well as they start showing off Ultimate Luna. So this is going to be her. They also showed off a skin, which I'll show you later, which is basically her ultimate skin, which I think looks really, really good. So they basically start going over the skills, like with the Battlefield Concert Transcendent module. Basically, it just changes everything. I'm not gonna really go too in depth on this because it would take too long, but I'll go ahead and show you like the new abilities and kind of like the quality of life that they've done. So as you can see, she kind of like mounts up on this thing now on the stage, and you can see they also like changed the notes here, right? It looks different. It's no longer going up and down. Now it's going to be like side to side, right? Honestly, I think this looks way better. And then also they said that there's no cooldown now in between the skills. And they basically made her a machine gun, bro. Like, look at that. So you don't have to even time it with the notes. You can, but they said that it will continuously, like, fire. Like, look at this. That is insane, by the way. Like, everybody is going to be playing Luna. This is what they needed to get people to play Luna, because most people's issue was that, like, look at that, bro. That is just a machine gun Luna, bro. But, like, bro, this is exactly what they needed, because, like, the whole problem with Luna was people didn't like the up and down notes, and they did do some, like, fixes to it to make it a little bit better, but this is a 10 out of 10. Like, this makes me want to play Luna. So I'm definitely going to be trying her out. She looks really fun. They changed her music, I believe, as well. I don't have the audio on just because, like, copyright reasons. I'm not sure if, you know, it'd be copyright, but it looks really, really good. Like, this has a lot of impact, right? It has a lot of visual impact. It sounds really good. And the skin looks great. Like, this, they delivered on this one, man. Like, if you've been waiting for Luna and you were sad about the delay, 100% worth it, by the way. I think they absolutely cooked with this. I think a lot of people are going to be happy with this. And then here is the Transcendent module that removes the unique weapon, and then it grants you a firearm buff. So this is basically just making her like a weapon descendant, right? So one thing to notice here that I want to explain is, so you see at the bottom how those are different colors. So you can now mix and match your buffs. And basically, so like each buff, let's say one gives firearm attack and the other one gives skill power attack. Let's say the orange down there is firearm attack. You get 1 stack of firearm, and then the blue, let's say you get 3 stack. Like, you can mix and match to buff, like do multiple buffs on people, which I thought was really awesome, right? It's no longer just, oh, 2, 3, 4 have different like just like a static buff, right? You can now just like stack them with other buffs depending on what you're doing. So like if you wanted to, you could just stack, like, let's see, how many blocks are there? 2, 4, 6, 8. So you could stack like 1 firearm attack increase with like passionate sponsor or something. I'm imagining is going to go hard. And just increase everybody's fire attack like insane. Plus, like, I think passionate sponsor would work, right? Isn't it every time you buff someone, it increases firearm attack? So you could also increase firearm attack and crit and all that with Luna, and then your weapons are going to be hitting like insane, right? I'm gonna try that out. I don't know if it'll work really well or if it's even worth doing that, but that's the first thing I thought of. But yeah, overall, the quality of life that they've done on this character is just amazing. Like, 10 out of 10 for sure. She looks really, really fun. I can't wait to play her. They also added, so here you're about to see, they also added, like, they gave her some type of, like, CC. So when you press her forward, the enemies are, like, charmed and they're gonna, like, walk towards you. It's not gonna show it here because they're in the lab, but do you see that, like, heart icon at the top? They stop attacking you and then they, like, walk towards you, apparently. So that looks really, really good. Yeah, I think Luna's gonna be absolutely meta. I mean, even before this change, I said Luna was good, and I got, like, omega flamed for saying she wasn't as bad as people were saying, because everyone's like, Luna's F tier. I think she's always been alright, man. Like, I think people underestimate, like, buff characters in this game. I think she's pretty good, but the new Luna is definitely gonna be, like, meta. Like, I think this character is gonna be S tier. Like, I'm just calling it right now. I think she is gonna be giga S tier. And then they went ahead and showed off her skin. So this is gonna be her new skin. I really like this one. It kind of reminds me of the fishnet, but it looks different, right? I don't want them to keep repeating the fishnet skin. But I like the, like, knee-high socks, and it has, like, tears in it. So, like, you know, right here, I don't know, I'm just a fan. I don't know, I think it looks really good, and you know, it still keeps her, like, short skirt right here. So yeah, I mean, it looks really good. It kind of stays true to her original outfit, but it also, like, it just looks better, right? I mean, it looks really good. I like it a lot. I will probably end up getting that at some point. I still got to get the near skins. By the way. I still haven't got those. I really need to get those. But yeah, overall, I think she's going to be a lot of fun to play. So that's pretty much all they show on Ultimate Luna, though. But yeah, she looks crazy. Just absolute machine gun Luna incoming, bro. Like, it looks really good. They also did some quality of life to Lepic. He did some, like, insane stuff now to where he can fire, like, 21 ulti shots. So, and yeah, they just kind of, like, buffed him a little bit. So yeah, they're just kind of showing off, like, the new buffs and trigger modules and stuff like that. Like, look at this, bro. Look how many ulti shots he gets off, by the way. Like, this is absolutely nutty. Like, 21 shots, by the way. 17. They said it was 21. I counted 17, but maybe I'm tripping. I don't care enough to go back, but he gets a lot more ulti shots now, right? Oh, wait, no, this is where they do the 21. Yeah. All right, so they also have, like, this is just them showing like some more trigger modules. So this one's kind of insane as well. It's called Tactical Acceleration. If we read it, basically when you use a supply skill, it's going to be, you're basically going to be able to, like, it automatically reloads your gun. I don't know how this is going to work with firing Fiesta. But I imagine that that would be pretty good, right? With like firing Fiesta, you shoot like 8 clips, and then after that it like reloads, and then you get another like few seconds of infinite ammo, right? They're gonna show it right here. All right, so here he's just gonna like use his skill, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. See how it's just automatically reloading? I don't know how the interaction works with firing Fiesta. I'm hoping it works like after you go through that, it like reloads and then gives you firing Fiesta, but we'll have to wait and see. But overall, that, I mean, that trigger module looks pretty insane. The next one's gonna be Storm Bullet. So this basically would be like for Nell, Serena, and Sharon. It's gonna be best in slot on Sharon if you're like farming for sure. I'll show you why in a minute. But basically, hitting an enemy with a piercing projectile spawns an Eye of the Storm at the location. This one looks mid on pretty much everybody else, but it does look like best in slot on Sharon, because each one of her projectiles counts like individually. So yeah, it just creates this like little AoE. I don't think anyone's actually going to use this on like Nell or Serena. It's just too tiny. Like the AoE radius, it's just not worth it, right? But if you put it on Sharon, so when you run up to the enemies and use it, it is going to spawn a lot of them. So this is going to be really good on Sharon for like farming, because it's going to proc like a lot. See that? How it's like way bigger and it procs like individually. So look at that damage. Like it's just going to be perma procking. So that's pretty OP on Sharon. I'm sure Sharon players are going to be happy with that one. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't think anybody will use it on anybody but her though, but I don't know, we'll see. They're also adding these ultimate modules, critical point breakthrough, intimidation release, and life on the edge. This is the one that kind of caught my eye. This is basically walk a tightrope, but for spell descendants. I've been asking for this in season 1. So this looks really good. Basically the goal is going to be to go below half HP, and you're going to get a shit ton of skill critical hit damage. Yeah, this thing is going to be absolutely insane. Can't wait for that one. This one looks more like for like Ajax or something. Like when landing a skill attack, deal 85% of defense is additional damage to the target. So yeah, it kind of like converts your defense into damage, if I'm understanding that correctly. I don't know, but that's kind of like my impression of it. And this is for like buffers, you know, like Luna and, you know, whoever gives you a buff. Then they show off the new dog that we're getting. This one is basically going to be best in slot for everybody, because it gives you MP. So that's going to be the new doggo right there. And his unique passive restores like MP every 30 seconds. So that'll be pretty good to have on like almost every Descendant if you're using spells. So yeah, this is definitely like a doggo you're going to want to farm. And then they also did some quality of life improvements. They added a search filter in the inventory. They apparently are changing the hover bike, and the battle pass is being like reduced on how hard it is to complete. Man, we've had so many problems with the battle pass this season. I don't know what's going on, but they had like that bug, and then they took it away, and then they said, oh, we're sorry, we're giving it back. I don't know what's going on, bro. They also are making some changes to the contribution that you get from Wall Crasher. They said that they were doing this because they don't want groups to be able to just like perma run Wall Crasher while solo players kind of get left out, right? At least I think I'm understanding that correctly. So I don't know, you'll have to read the patch notes on that one. But yeah, and then also on the leaderboard now you'll be able to see other people, like what they were using when they cleared. So this is going to be good for to like detect cheaters and stuff like that. Like obviously if you click on it and then they're like you know, they have really shit gear but they cleared it in like 10 seconds, you're going to be like, oh yeah, it's a cheater for sure, right? Which is basically what they're talking about here. So this is what it's going to look like. You're just going to look up like on the leaderboard, and then it'll take you to a page like this, and it'll show you what they were using. This is the search function I was talking about that they're adding. So yeah, I mean, this should have been added a long time ago, but yeah, I mean, you know, better late than never. Definitely am happy with that. Bro's got 1,350 slots. Where is my creator benefits, bro? I want I want 1,400 slots. Send them over. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But yeah, they added like a bunch of good stuff here. So you can like filter it, select what stats you want to look for. I don't think anyone's actually going to go through that much trouble. I mean, maybe they will. I'll probably just type in like, you know, mage set, slayer set, and then I'll just look at them. But you can also filter it if you want to. Maybe it's like really quick. It's probably quicker actually to actually filter it if you have like a lot of externals. And this is where they go into the like improvements about Ultimate Lepic. As I said earlier, I believe they just kind of like buffed them up a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really understand too much about what they were talking about here, so just go read the patch notes. But yeah, he's getting like some quality of life improvements. I don't know what's going on there. And then they show off some new skins here. So that's Serena's skin. Looks pretty good. I like it. Looks good. Kind of like fits her whole like angel narrative going on, right? Then here they kind of just show a close-up of it. This is going to be the lounge skin that we saw from a while ago. And this is like one of the new bathrobe skins, I guess. So yeah, they kind of showed this off a little bit. They said they couldn't really walk around with it because there's like bugs or something. I don't know, maybe it just like doesn't work correctly, but they mentioned that they couldn't like actually show like you walking around in this. It's not apparently something is going on with it, but maybe it falls off. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all the stuff we're getting. I try to go over it as quick as possible. If you are wanting like in-depth details about like the skills and stuff like that, go watch the dev stream. You can find it on there. Just skip to the part that you're looking for, and then, you know, just kind of, you can watch that. The point of this was just so you guys don't have to watch like a 3-hour dev stream if you don't have the time. I'll make sure to edit and cut this down as short as possible. But overall, I'd say the September 4th update looks really, really good. I do plan on playing PoE 2 tomorrow. That's going to be the start of the new league, and I am going to be doing beginner guides for PoE 2. So basically, that's going to be my plan. Play PoE 2 for like a week, and then I'll come back to TFD, do some videos on TFD, and kind of just get into a rhythm of swapping to, you know, back and forth. That way I'm not just tunneling on one game and I get burnt out, right? I want to kind of like play like multiple games. So yeah, I'll be doing beginner guides if you play PoE 2. I will for sure be doing that, such as like currency farming, currency guides, just basic beginner guides if you need some help, all that good stuff. In terms of TFT videos, yeah, as soon as the update comes out, I'll probably give my thoughts on it, and then I don't know, bro. I'm always too late to do the build videos unless it's like niche build videos like speed or something like that. I don't know, maybe I'll throw something together. But I'm just gonna craft her. I'm not gonna buy her, right? So people are probably gonna beat me to it. But regardless, I mean, every character in this game uses the same 15 mods anyway, so it's not really like that big of a deal. Anyways, though, I'm SamuxPlays. I'll see you on Albion. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I was able to inform and help you out. If I did, please leave a sub. Consider liking the video. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.